Welcome to Arsenal Studios. This is Learning English with Movies. Jean-Claude Van Damme is a Belgian martial artist and actor who has dominated the action film genre since the late 1980s. He has starred in many memorable films that have wowed audiences all around the world, thanks to his sculpted figure, incredible fighting skills, and charismatic personality. In this video, we'll look at Jean-Claude Van Damme's life and career, as well as what makes him such a beloved character in the world of action cinema. We will also practice using the active voice. If you are new here, the goal of this channel is to help intermediate English language students practice and improve their English skills by using movies as the main topic. If you like our content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Jean-Claude Van Damme, who was born in Belgium, began training in martial arts at the age of 10 and rapidly acquired a passion for the discipline. A discipline is a field of study or practice characterized by a particular set of rules, principles, or techniques. In 1979, Van Damme moved to the United States and quickly became a dominant force in the sport, and won several championships before transitioning to acting. A dominant force is a powerful entity or factor that has a strong influence over a particular situation or domain. Van Damme's first major film role came in 1986, when he played a henchman in the movie No Retreat, No Surrender. A henchman is a loyal and often subordinate follower of a powerful or influential person, often involved in criminal activities. Despite having a small role, his exceptional combat skills and on-screen personality drew the attention of both fans and filmmakers. Van Damme made his breakthrough in the film Bloodsport in 1988. The film was a box office success, cementing Van Damme's position as a top action actor. He followed up with a string of hits, including Kickboxer, Cyber, and Double Impact. A string of something is a series of interconnected or related events, actions, or items. Throughout the 1990s, Van Damme continued to star in a series of successful action movies, including Universal Soldier, TIMECOP, and Street Fighter. He became known for his impressive splits, acrobatic fighting style, and intense on-screen presence. In addition to his acting career, Van Damme has also dabbled in directing and producing. To dabble means to participate or engage in an activity in a superficial or casual manner. He directed the films The Quest and Full Love, and produced the reality series Jean-Claude Van Johnson. Jean-Claude Van Damme is a legendary action movie star, with a career spanning over 3 decades. Spanning means extending or covering a particular period of time or physical distance. He has starred in numerous films throughout his career, but some of his movies stand out as classics. To stand out means to be noticeable or prominent in a particular context, often due to exceptional qualities or abilities. Here are the top 5 best Jean-Claude Van Damme movies of all time. Number 5. Universal Soldier. Universal Soldier is a 1992 science fiction action movie directed by Roland Emmerich and starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. The movie tells the story of 2 deceased soldiers who are brought back to life as part of a top-secret military program to create the ultimate fighting machine. Deceased means no longer living or dead. Van Damme plays Luc Devereaux, a former soldier who is revived and struggles to regain his memory, while facing off against his nemesis Lundgren's Andrew Scott. A nemesis is a formidable opponent or rival, often associated with a person's downfall or defeat. The movie was a commercial success and has spawned several sequels, including direct-to-video releases. It's a thrilling and action-packed movie that showcases Van Damme's fighting skills and Lundgren's formidable screen presence. To showcase means to present or display something in a prominent or favorable manner in order to highlight its strengths or features. Number 4. Double Impact. Double Impact is a 1991 action movie directed by Sheldon Lettich and starring Jean-Claude Van Damme in dual roles as twin brothers Chad and Alex Wagner. A twin is one of 2 offspring produced at the same birth, often with a nearly identical genetic makeup, separated at birth. The 2 brothers reunite as adults to seek revenge against the people who killed their parents. To seek means to attempt to find or obtain something, often through effort or persistence. The movie features some of Van Damme's most impressive fight scenes, including a memorable showdown with Bolo Yoon. Showdown is a final and decisive confrontation or contest between two opponents or groups. Double Impact was a commercial success and has become a cult classic among fans of the actor. It's a fun and entertaining movie that showcases Van Damme's talent for playing dual roles and his impressive martial arts skills. Number 3. TIMECOP. TIMECOP is a 1994 science fiction action movie directed by Peter Hyams and starring Jean-Claude Van Damme as Max Walker, police officer who works for the Time Enforcement Commission, a government agency that regulates time travel. When Walker's wife is killed in a time-traveling attack, he travels back in time to prevent her death and stop a corrupt politician from changing history. The movie features impressive special effects and an engaging plot that blends time travel with action and suspense. To blend means to mix or combine different elements in order to create a unified or harmonious result. TIMECOP was a commercial success and has become a cult classic among science fiction fans. It's a thrilling and entertaining movie that showcases Van Damme's talent as an action star and his ability to handle more complex roles. Number 2. KICKBOXER. KICKBOXER is a 1989 martial arts action movie directed by Mark DeSalle and David Worth and starring Jean-Claude Van Damme as Kurt Sloan, a skilled martial artist who travels to Thailand to avenge his brother's death in a kickboxing match. In Thailand, Kurt trains under the guidance of a local master to prepare for a showdown with the ruthless fighter responsible for his brother's death. Ruthless means showing no mercy or compassion towards others, often pursuing one's goals without regard for the consequences. The movie features some of Van Damme's most impressive fight scenes, including an iconic sequence in which he kicks a palm tree to strengthen his legs. KICKBOXER was a commercial success and has become a cult classic among fans of martial arts movies. It's an exciting and action-packed movie that showcases Van Damme's fighting skills and his charisma as a leading man. Number 1. Bloodsport. 1988's Bloodsport, directed by Nude Arnold, is the movie that made Van Damme a star. Van Damme stars as Frank Dux, a martial artist who enters an underground fighting tournament in Hong Kong. Underground means referring to something that is hidden, secret, or outside of mainstream society or culture. The film follows martial artist Frank Dux as he fights in an illegal martial arts competition, in which participants from all over the world struggle to prove their skills. Bloodsport was a commercial success and has since become a cult classic among martial arts film lovers. A cult classic is a film that has gained a dedicated and often obsessive fan base over time, despite initially receiving little commercial success or mainstream critical recognition. Jean-Claude Van Damme is a true action movie legend. For decades, he has thrilled audiences across the world with his remarkable martial arts talents, captivating charisma, and on-screen presence. From his early days as a kickboxing champion to his current status as a beloved movie star, Van Damme's legacy will continue to inspire action movie fans for years to come. Before we continue, I would like to invite you to check out our online course at Thinkific. The Learning English with Movies course was designed for intermediate English language students who love movies and filmmaking. You can practice your English reading and listening skills, learn new key vocabulary and grammar, and confirm your comprehension with fun quizzes. The Learning English with Movies Kindle ebook is also available from Amazon. For more information as well as fun and useful tips and recommendations, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, let's practice some useful grammar structures. The active voice. The active voice is a grammatical structure where the subject of the sentence performs the action described by the verb. In movie scripts, active voice is commonly used to describe the actions of the characters and their interactions with the environment and other characters. Here are some examples of sentences written in the active voice. Frank defeats Chong Li in the final round. The twins team up to take down the criminal organization. Chad confronts the villains in the final showdown. Kurt travels to Thailand to avenge his brother's death. Walker investigates the corruption within the time travel agency. The final battle between Luc and Andrew is a fight to the death. In each of these examples, the subject of the sentence is performing the action, making the sentence more direct and engaging for the reader or audience. Using the active voice in movie scripts can help to create a sense of immediacy and urgency, as well as emphasizing the agency and skill of the characters. Thanks for watching. What's your favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? What other Van Damme films have you seen? What makes his movies so special and memorable? Write down your thoughts in the comments below.
Do you like sushi?
It's all right.
See you next time.
Run for your life! I'll cover you!